Hey Sean, how's it going, man? My name's Austin, and I've just seen a lot of your videos, and they kind of gave me the inspiration to do a video response. Finally got my camera working, so I can do that now. I would just like to let you know that I'm an agnostic. I was raised Christian, so I know a lot about Christianity. Just over the years, as I have learned different things, I've kind of changed my viewpoint to a more agnostic standpoint. Just to kind of give you kind of some background about that. I just want to say I like your videos. They're controversial, which is always good. I like it when someone can stir up emotion. That's good. I like them because of that, and I like that you're passionate about what you believe in. That's good. But sometimes I just think that you don't tell the whole truth. And maybe it's just because you're a little bit uneducated on certain topics, and that's kind of like where I'd like to come in. I'd like to help fill you in on some things, and also just to have a good friendly debate. I'm not gonna cuss or anything like that, call you names. I just want to have a good friendly debate, and I guess that's kind of my introduction. So I'll get on to some of my points. You said evolution's based on lies. Don't agree that it's based on lies. I think there is a lot of evidence supporting it, not just lies, but we can discuss that at a later time. Also, you tend to bring up Darwin a lot, and I'd just like to point out that Darwin he came very early in the evolution game. He kind of set the paradigm, but he's an old way of thinking. There was a lot of problems with Darwin's theories, and scientists nowadays have been working those out. So Darwin's old school thought. So to kind of use him as your in your talking points is not very accurate. To put it into an analogy for you, it's like if I was arguing against Christianity and I was using Jewish teachings. You wouldn't want to use Jewish teachings to make arguments against Christianity, because Christianity has advanced past Judaism. It started out, Judaism, and then Jesus came, and then you had Christianity. So it's kind of like that. If you could just kind of take that in mind, maybe use some more advanced teachings that have been updated. I think that would go along with helping you to prove your points. Also, you said that Darwin was trying to compare the bananas and birds. I think that's inaccurate. I think all that Darwin was trying to do was support his theory of natural selection. And the thing with natural selection is that it can fit within the scope of Christianity. That's the cool thing about it. It can fit in the scope of all religions. Let's say God allowed animals to vary. They vary a little bit, and the beneficial variations live out. That's natural selection. It can fit within Christianity, and that's all that Darwin was. So I don't think it's accurate for you to attack Darwin so much. And you seem to have a problem with atheists because you don't see where they would get their morals from. You basically think they're amoralistic, which is not true. I know a lot of atheists. I know a lot of Christians, and mostly they all have the same moral say. The golden rule. I really think that there's I don't know any Christians that follow the golden rule any more than any of the atheists that I know. You said something to the effect about atheists that they don't have a God to give them meaning, so they make the meaning for themselves. And I agree with you there. Atheists and agnostic, secularists alike, make their own meaning in their life. And I myself prefer this because I'm not convinced that religion is what is God's meaning. I'm not sure there's a God or not, but if there is, I'm not sure that organized religion is necessarily portraying an accurate account of God's meaning, if you get what I'm saying. It's kind of hard to explain that. I can go more detail on that later, but hopefully you get my point. Also, you asked how could atheists have morals if everything's just random chance? Well, I would like to give you something to think about. The way I see it is that we evolved from animals. I believe we are an animal. I believe that we evolved a higher brain, and through this higher brain, we have inherited a special responsibility to ourselves and to the earth, because we can now say what is morally right and wrong. Animals before us couldn't do that. They didn't have that higher brain power, but we do, and so we can decide what's right and wrong, and I think that should be the basis of our morals. And I think that's pretty special. I mean, maybe it doesn't seem special to you, but it seems special to me that, you know, this could happen, that this randomly could happen, that we randomly did obtain a moral code just through nature. I think that's spectacular. Also, you point out that you believe that one catastrophic flood killed all the dinosaurs, and that dinosaurs existed up until about 4,000 years ago. My question to you upon that theory is, if dinosaurs existed 4,000 years ago, and one catastrophic flood wiped them all out, wouldn't there be just one single layer of dinosaur bones? You'd have one layer, bunch of dinosaur bones, all mixed up like a gumbo. But what we see is not very consistent with that. What we see is some systematic layers. We see one layer with this type of dinosaur bones, next layer with only this type of dinosaur bones. It's very progressive, like time would be, like very progressive, like it happened in stages, which is exactly what the geological and evolutionary theories portray. It's not consistent, like I said, with the flood theory. If it was a flood theory, it'd be like gumbo. You'd have your rice and your sausage and your shrimp all mixed in. Instead of having your shrimp at the bottom, or your rice at the bottom, your shrimp, and then your sausage, which that's not how it is. So if you could just answer that question for me, how do you get around that in your theory? I think that would be a good talking point. Also, I remember when I took philosophy a few semesters ago, there was this really neat thing I was required to read. It was called the Galileo's letter to the Grand Duchess Christina, I think it was. But it was a really neat letter, and basically what Galileo was trying to say, one of his points was that God gave us senses, and He wouldn't give us these senses to fool us. He would want us to use these senses. And I'm using that as a point because I think maybe you're not using your senses as much as maybe you should. There's plenty of evidence for evolution, and I think it's possible that a God, a supreme being, used evolution as a way of molding the world into his divine plan. I don't know that that's true. That's one of my theories. That's why I'm agnostic and not atheist. And I just want to ask you, what would be wrong with this theory? You would have evolution, and you would have Christianity, and it would be all working together. What do you think about that? I guess that would be my closing question to you, and good luck in all your endeavors, and I hope to see a response to this soon. Adios.